Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Another shocking incident has happened again, and this has to do with a young man and his wife and son. This young man that you can see there unfortunately has passed away, and this is exactly what happened. This guy you're seeing, he's based abroad while his wife and his son are based in Nigeria. This young man you can see here, he's based abroad while his wife and his son are based in Nigeria. And on a fateful day, this guy was just going through his phone, and on Snapchat, what did he see? He met the greatest shock of his life. He saw his wife being cozy with another young man in bed. That got this guy very, very upset. Any man will get upset. Imagine that you are in a different country. You're there trying to make ends meet for your family who is back home, and all to find out that your wife, whom you think has been faithful, is having an affair with another man behind his back. And it got him so upset because he's been sending money to her. He's been ensuring that his wife and son are well taken care of while he's in the country working. When he saw this video, he couldn't hold it anymore. He called his wife and said, "I am here and trying to satisfy you and my son, all to see that you are having fun with another man." Right there on the phone, he told the woman that you better leave the house which I built for you, the car and everything. I am coming to take them back. And you know what this lady responded? Said, "If you come back to Nigeria, I would ensure you get arrested." Guys, can you see how some women can be? Look at how this man has been over there in the country where he is, ensuring that he takes care of his wife and his son and trying to make them very comfortable. All for him to see this nasty video on Snapchat. And the wife, rather than being remorseful, she's now threatening the guy and said, "If you come back to this country, if you come back to Nigeria, I am going to ensure you get arrested." What wrong has this man done? Any human being will be upset. You don't expect a man to see his wife being cozy with another man and then fold his arms or congratulate her. It's not possible. That means something is wrong somewhere. And this guy decided that he would fly down to Nigeria, despite the fact his wife had already threatened to get him arrested. He traveled down and took his son immediately to the hospital to carry out a DNA test, because at that time the guy is already confused if the child he has belongs to him or not, owing to the fact that his wife has been having an affair behind his back. But the unfortunate thing happened when the results came, all for this guy to realize that this son doesn't belong to him. Imagine how painful that can be. He's been taking care of a child for how many years, unknown to him that he's been taking care of another man's child. And when this guy saw the result, he went into shock immediately and slumped. And that was the end. The guy died there in the hospital. He never came back again. See how some women can be so unfaithful to the point that they tend to forget that their husbands are far away working and trying to ensure that they live comfortably, and all to turn back and pay this man by cheating on him. It's so painful that this young man has died. I wish he would have been strong enough to take it, even though it's so painful and it came as a shock to him. If only he was strong enough to have taken that, all he would have done was to let the woman either let her go, or he would decide either they keep the child with them, whatever. But I wish he was able to withstand this, but it's so painful. It's difficult for anybody to even withstand. It's really difficult. A lot of people have gone to their social media to pay tribute to the guy, and at the same time making different comments. If you can't be faithful to somebody, why allow the person to waste his money, waste his time on you? Especially for people that one of the spouses is in a different country and the other is in another country. If you can't wait for this person, or you can't stay that long without the person, is it not better you notify your spouse and tell him or her that you can't stay any longer? You can't continue living like this without him or her being with you. If you want to resolve the whole thing or dissolve the marriage or whatever you guys had, it's better you dissolve it than keeping the person in the dark. Meanwhile, you're already having fun with another man. If you can't continue with your spouse anymore, especially when you are in different countries, it's better you notify the person. Call the person's attention and let the person know. It's better than leaving them in the dark. Alright, this woman left her husband in the dark for so many years, unknown to him that he wasn't the father, and unknown to him that his wife was actually cheating on him. And to even make matters worse, when he now saw the video and confronted her, instead of her to be remorseful, apologize to this man, she decided that she was going to threaten him. And that was the threat. She threatened the man, and the man decided that, okay, fine, I must return back home so as to run a DNA test to be sure that even the child I have is mine. That's why it's not good to hurt people. People have different ways of accepting shock. People have different ways of taking bad news. Some people would take the bad news and walk away and leave the woman and the child for the rest of their lives. Some can't handle it. You can see that the shock came on this guy that he couldn't bear it anymore. And from that shock, he just slumped and died. That's another reason why you need to be very careful the way you hurt people. You hurt people and you wouldn't know how it could get to them. Some people can take it and some can't take it. This idea of people cheating on their spouse when they are in different places, some are in different states, some are in different countries. If you can't cope, please say something to your partner. It's better you dissolve the marriage or relationship than cheating on your spouse. Once you have dissolved it, then you are free to do whatever you want to do. But not when you've committed yourself to somebody and then the person thinks that, oh, she's faithful or he's faithful. Meanwhile, you are there having an affair with somebody else and thinking you want to serve two masters at a time. You can't eat your cake and have it back. Every day is for the thief and one day is for the owner. For men and women, it has to do with both parties. If you're out there, your partner is in a different state or a different country, and you can't cope, call the person. Rather than cheating on your spouse, and if you are there, you're cheating on your spouse, please, it's better you let the person go. And there are different reasons why some people can't cope. Some people prefer that their loved ones should be with them. Their husband or their wives should be with them in the same state or the same country. Some people can't cope without their loved ones being around them. And when they've waited for a long time and they don't see that person, then they now start getting themselves involved with another partner. But at the same time, it's not enough excuse. If you feel you can't stay with your if you feel you can't stay or live without your partner, then it's better you could try make arrangements, even though most times it's not easy, especially when the man leaves the country and goes to another country. It takes some time before he can invite his family over to be with him. Maybe there should be better communication with your spouse. If you're going to a different country, it's easier when it's the same state. The wife can travel down and then relocate, especially if she's not having a very serious job that would require her attention or something she can't easily let go. Then she can relocate to the state where her husband resides. But in the aspect of countries, it's not always easy for the man to move and then bring his family. It takes time. Sometimes it even takes years. Then there should be proper communication with your spouse, and try to ensure you communicate all the time so as to encourage your spouse you've left behind, making the person understand that you are still thinking of them and you are still making arrangements as to how you guys can live together as a family. This distance thing has affected a lot of homes. Families have broken today because of distant relationships. Both married couple, engaged couple, it has broken families. And so tell yourselves if this is how you want to be together, and if you're not ready to be committed to someone who would not be with you in the same state or the same country, tell the person and move on. And don't carry people along when you know you can't cope. At the time you know that you won't be able to live without your spouse, let your spouse know on time, so that even if there's any arrangement, the arrangement should be fast and not delayed to the point that infidelity would now come into play. Nobody is justified for cheating, but there are some situations that you need to sit down with your spouse, communicate all the time despite the distance. There should be proper communication among spouse. Communicate with your spouse. Both of you should come to a good agreement. Either you will decide both of you would relocate together, which in some cases it's not easy, like I said, especially when it's in different countries. Either you tell your spouse you're ready to wait, you be patient to wait for as long as it takes, or you tell your spouse you can't cope. Being transparent with your spouse and letting them know how you feel is also very, very important. But friends, what do you all think regarding this now? This guy who has just come back to find out that the son he has been taking care of for so many years is not his own child, and his wife, whom he found out on Snapchat having an affair with another man, coming back to threaten the man that if he comes back to Nigeria, she is going to get him arrested. Do you think that distant relationships should be encouraged? And do you think it's okay for a man to stay in another country and his wife is in another country? Please, if you have anything to say, you could put that down at the comment section. Friends, but you find out that in some situations, some men are given opportunities to work outside their own country, and then they wouldn't have an option other than to go. And then in that case, what do you expect the woman to do? Do you expect her to accept the man to go even though she knows she can't stay without the man? Or is she to encourage the man to go while she patiently waits for the man to return? These are just questions I'm leaving behind, because in situations like this, people may push blame to the man, some will push blame to the woman. People have different comments and different opinions regarding issues like this. But is anybody justified to cheat? Both the man or the woman? Because cheating, whoever is cheating, whether it's the man or the woman, so long as you have exchanged marital vows, so long as you've promised to be with each other, would anyone accept that his or her partner is justified to cheat on him or her? I don't think anybody will be happy to know or to hear that their own partner is cheating on them. And especially to make it worse, when you are in a different state or country where your spouse is, and all to come and find out online that your spouse whom you left behind has been cheating on you. How heartbreaking can that be? How devastating can that be? It's a shock. A lot of people will be in shock. It only takes different human beings to be able to take things that way. Some people can't take such shock. Some can take it, and some, like this man, passed away. People are different. You don't expect everybody to react the same way over issues like this. It's so painful that this young man has passed away. May the soul of this young man rest in peace, and may Almighty God console his entire family, friends, and well-wishers. Who knows what the wife's reaction will be right now? I know a lot of blame will now be on her regarding the death of her husband. Well, however it turns out to be, if there's any update regarding this, I'll definitely update my friends. Thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.